tell them check out the blog, bro. YouTube channel called MKO. It's pugilism, boxing algorithm. M stand for Marvin and Kevin's initials KO. Yeah. Yes, what's good, ladies and gents? Welcome to the MKO pugilism boxing channel. We're talking all things boxing. Right about now, going to speak to you about Matchrooms Fight Camp and the third week of that, the main event that we had, which was a very good one between Shannon Courtenay and Rachael, which ended in a very, very close decision to Rachael in her favor. And of course, before we get into this, remember to like, remember to subscribe to the channel for more content, further things of course coming your way very soon. So yeah, this fight was again another very, very good advert for women's boxing. You know, it's one of those where it was excitement from the very, very beginning. We had it started fast, and you know, Rachael through getting an early knockdown of Shannon Courtenay, she started off in the ascendancy and started off well with good straight shots as soon as the fight started, and she was able to catch Shannon Courtenay as Courtenay was trying to throw a shot. You know, Bull just got there first, put her down with, I think it was a nice well-timed right hand that she put her down with, and yeah, from there the fight was kind of swinging back and forth with Shannon Courtenay sort of being the one that was pressing the action, and throughout the fight you had Rachael just sort of responding, throwing straight shots and good combinations. And for me personally, I watched it again and I scored it round by round. I had it as a draw actually on my card, because I found that there were a lot of rounds where it was that close that it was like I was having to score them 10-10. There was quite a few 10-10 rounds in there where I couldn't really split them, because it was one of them where you could tell that Courtenay was trying to do damage with every shot, and she was doing a lot of things right. The only thing I would say with her is that I think she could have probably used the jab a bit more effectively to sort of get herself into range, into punching range, because she was getting herself into punching range, but sometimes it was without the jab, sort of jabbing your way in and then let your hands go. She was managing to get there, and sometimes without the jab, and then sort of landing looping shots, hooks, right hooks and left hooks and little uppercuts in there, and it was sort of working for her. But I would like to have probably seen more of the jab, maybe more of a sort of double jab, jabbing her way in and then sort of letting the shots go. But for me, yeah, it was on my scorecard, it was a draw. But you know, it's one of them where you couldn't really complain whichever way the judges scored it. They scored it for Rachael, and you know, for me it was that close, and yeah, I guess they preferred. Obviously, she had the knockdown, and she done some of the better work. But for me, I was split down the middle. But it's one of them decisions where I think we, as Eddie Hearn was talking about, you know, we could have a rematch there, and I think the rematch would be very entertaining. Would be interesting to see if, you know, Courtenay maybe could learn a bit of a lesson from that first fight. I mean, she was bitterly disappointed after that, after her first professional loss. I think it was only her fifth fight there, so you know, she didn't do any interviews after. She just stormed off, I think, and you know, that happens to some undefeated fighters. I mean, to be fair though, it's only her fifth fight, so you know, it's not the end of the world for her. She can learn. She's young enough to grow from this, and I hope that's what happens. And as far as Rachael goes, I mean, you know, she could have the rematch here, or she could, you know, try and move on and try and challenge for world honors. I think she's definitely she's got the height, she's got the reach and stature to certainly do something at world level. But you know, there are some bad girls up there, so you know, it's one of them where, you know, we'll have to see. You know, it's a great story with her as well, Rachael, because I don't think she's even a full-time boxer. She's like a care worker or something like that, and you know, she doesn't do the training full time as a boxer. You know, a lot of her time's taken up working as a care worker. So it's very impressive that she was able to come and upset the apple cart here. Although it's a funny one because prior to fight night, Shannon Courtenay was definitely the favourite in the bookies' eyes. But when it came to actually, you know, just before them getting in the ring, Rachael became the favourite because obviously she was a world-class kickboxer, and a lot of people sort of looked at her career a bit more closely in the bookie, so she became the actual favourite. And yeah, it's great. It's a great underdog story, although I suppose skill-wise and resume-wise she wasn't really the underdog. It's just that Courtney's obviously the matchroom fighter, the sort of house fighter. So yeah, it was impressive to see her sort of upset the apple cart, and it'll be interesting to see where we go from here. I wouldn't say no to seeing a rematch. That would be good to see if Courtney could do any better. But apart from that, you know, even if not, you know, both ladies could go on and do well in their career. So anyway, that's just my thoughts on that. Shannon Courtenay versus Rachael Bull. No complaints about the decision here. Very close fight, and yeah, we'll see what they do in their career. And until next time, it's MKO Pugilism over and out. Till the next one. See you then.